Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. So, more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I did some experimenting with those dungeons yesterday that you do unlock after you beat the main storyline but don't necessarily have to go into. I found a dungeon entirely filled with dragon Pokemon and one entirely for ghost types. So that's great. I am gonna have to do another run of Solar Cave, seeing as that's the only way to get things like Surf, and I believe I need both Surf and Waterfall to continue the storyline, and I got Waterfall yesterday, so with a bit of luck today I got Surf. And then, yeah, probably a couple of rescue missions, seeing as part of 100%ing the game, in my opinion, is also getting the highest rank, for which I need 15,000 rescue rank points. I'm currently at Diamond, so it's I only have one rank up to go before that's finished, and then I just remembered I still have to do like the extra challenge maps for like Makuhita Dungeon as well. So yeah, a lot of things that I can do. What should I start out with? I'm gonna see which. Oh yeah, yesterday I also ended up uh, with some runs of like Mount Steel to see if I could get like all Pokemon that to join, which I didn't. So I still need those Pokemon. But again, where the extra maps for the Makita JoJo. Oh yeah, you can do the other teams. Team Chef 3, Team Constrictor, Team Hydro and Team Rumble Rock. I think Team Constrictor is something I can take down with a Zapdos. There he is. Zapdos and a Venusaur, that should be enough. Let's see. It should be good for both Team Constrictor and Team Hydro. I do know one thing, these teams were like incredibly strong, so yeah. And there goes the attack I needed. I needed Shockwave. I really needed that move. Yeah, because Shockwave was my long-ranged attack. Actually, that went perfectly fine. Perhaps still less strong than I remember. Oh, Ginksan. Oh, it would like to store that. I can do Team Shift 3 as well, because those are fire types and I have a Moltres. For Team Rumble Rock, I'd like to have a... I'd like to have a water type, so perhaps I'm gonna have to end up picking up Kyogre. Yeah, I might have to pick up Kyogre. At a certain point in the game, you kinda have to start using legendaries because the game really ramps up in difficulty. Like the game at some point like really ramps up in difficulty, so then you have to start using you have to start using legendaries at some point. And I know that Kyogre can join. It's a relatively simple one to get. There goes that one. Oh, my stomp. Oh, that was poor typing. Yep, there went those. Now let's store the Ginseng again, get Moltres and Typhlosion out, and then afterwards I'm gonna do a round of Stormy Seas, seeing as I can, with just a nice little 40 floor dungeon. I'll take like Venusaur and Zapdos and I'll see if I can get Kyogre to join. And then let's see how quickly Team Rumble Rock stops liking it. How quickly like Team Rumble Rock like stops liking being an option. Oh no, I first have to switch down to another Pokemon. I have to go from this to Typhlosion, I believe. Yes. Oh. Join team. Make leader. Also, when did I get 3 Pokemon in Greater? Oh, I got Numble. I completely forgot. Living in an active volcano. Not my idea of fun, but some Pokemon like it. And then we put Moltres in charge. Let's see if this is enough to bring Team Rumble Rock down to its knees. Oh no, Team Shiftry. Team Rumble Rock, I'm gonna cheat and get Kyogre for that one. I mean, why not? I know that Kyogre can join. Kyogre is usually a relatively easy Pokemon to get. Like, you can get Kyogre, like, the second time you go to Stormy Seas. And usually, like, the second or the third visit, if you beat it, then it usually already joins. It's quite a simple Pokemon to get. Which is in stark contrast with Groudon, because I don't believe I can get Groudon at the moment. Groudon, I believe, like, requires, like, being level 80 and, like, max rescue rank and stuff like that. Do I have... Yes, I do have something with which I can attack him from across the room. That went nice and easy. Perhaps I can take out Team Rumble Rock with just Venusaur. Like, Pokemon don't seem that strong, so perhaps I don't need Kyogre after all. I mean, I will need Kyogre at some point, but maybe not now. And just for fun, I'll take Articuno with me. Yeah, it can keep its rock. Nothing wrong with a Pokemon having a rock. I should get another statue for beating this. At least I hope so. Why did they ever come up with the idea of having like moves that hurt you? Something that I do like about self-destruct and explosion is if it like happens close to a wall, it like chips out like a part of the wall. Okay, let's see if I can beat this. It's just a golem and like 2 gravelers. Yeah, that is more than beatable. It says everything. Yeah, at the moment it is. Well, I do hope I get something for that. Ah, that was a bit underwhelming. Let's do another run of Solar Cave real quickly. I am gonna start using like the legendaries more often at the moment. I mean, otherwise this playthrough is really gonna take me forever. I mean, yeah, legendaries are the way to go at the in the post game. Otherwise, this really will take just absolutely forever to beat. And it's not cheating because the game gives you the option to ignore him, but the game also gives you the option to use him. So let's see, I've got some max elixirs, I've got some apples. I mean, the legendaries are great, they do have one downside, and that's the fact that they tend to go hungry a lot quicker. And I still need surf, so... And fly, because if I get fly, I can... then I can revisit Sky Pillar. So getting Fly is an absolute must. Or I need to get a Trapinch or a Vibrava, train it to be a Flygon, and Flygon apparently learns it automatically at like level 51. But yeah, that's gonna take forever. I mean, I can theoretically get a Vibrava. And I also have to like look around to like find keys. Because a lot of these items that you need are actually locked behind key doors, so I need to find like... So I need to find at least 1 to 2 keys, which are nice and random. Yeah, I'll take a very powerful Beldum. I'll take that. That's a level 30 Beldum. And that is, if it survives until the end of the dungeon, a nice Metang. It's a good thing Destiny Bond doesn't work the same in this as it does in the main games. The only move that, like, annoyingly enough still works the same is Perish Song. So Perish Song, like, will and shall at some point just kill your entire party. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, best case scenario, you have an escape orb and you can, like, leave with your dignity intact. And you can, like, leave and you will keep your items and money, but that's about your best case scenario when you encounter something with the Perish Song in this game. Still no keys. I am in the right dungeon. But I'm not finding any keys. That's unfortunate. Come on, game. I'm here to get some certain rare items. Sometimes I still wonder why certain wild Pokemon thrive. Okay, there's gonna be nothing there. Yeah, it would have been great if the game would have given me some keys. Now my only hope is just that one of those two moves that I need is like out in the open, and that I don't get doubles. I think I might be a bit out of luck. Yeah, I don't think the game feels like giving me keys. Oh dear. That's not a good thing. there's the first key door, and the game refused to give us any keys. That's not fair. And it's also not like I'm like hoarding 100 of those in like my inventory. No, I just legitimately don't have any. Yeah, um, that's nice. No keys. So now I'm gonna have to hope that like the item I need is out in the open. And that I can just fly over to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish out the dungeon now, but chances are it got like picked up by a Pokemon and I just didn't notice. Yeah, I think I'm just unlucky for this dungeon. Oh no, there's a key! There's still some hope left. Provided I now actually get a key door, because Knowing this game, it won't. Oh, I have something. Let's see what's behind it. And it's a link cable. That was exactly what I didn't need it. That's a technique. You'd think that whipping up a literal snowstorm would be a bit more accurate. But it apparently isn't. It's... How do Pokemon dodge that? It literally like creates a snowstorm. How do others dodge that? I need that. Like, I genuinely need that. That's surf. That's actually the move I need. That worked out perfectly fine out of the sudden because I need both Waterfall and Surf to continue the storyline. And I actually now have both Waterfall and Surf. Now I just need a Water type to teach it to. I kinda don't have that. I have like little Azurill, but... I think I need a bit of... No, morning, but only by time. Oh? Time so early in the morning that everyone's still in bed. More storyline. What? What is it? What? What's happening outside? The sound. Something's coming closer? What was that? What just happened? Something huge flew by at an incredible speed. It seemed to be going toward the mountain ridge in the north. No, I'm still sleepy. It's still early. I'll catch a little more sleep. several hours later. Hey, hey Rain. Rain, wake up, come on, wake up. Rain, are you awake? There's some sort of a commotion down at the square. Let's take a look. Look, Rain, everyone's gathered around. I do not deserve this. I am outraged. Oh, poor Caclea. What's up, everyone? Up, up, up. How could it be up, I ask you? My beautiful shop, my fine wares were stolen from me. Many, many DMs are simply gone, spirited away. A dark cloud fills my heart. My bank wasn't hit, but these are frightening times. Is the storage okay? No problem. Nothing gets stolen from under my nose. Guess Mama is not about to make a stupid mistake like that. You're insinuating that we were robbed for being careless? Now wait, tell me, Cacleon, you saw this thief? Not very clearly, I didn't. When I saw it, it had already taken off. Taken off? You mean it flew away? Yes. It flew off in yonder direction, yes. At tremendous speed too. Yonder direction, that would be northern range. It's impossible to determine what the thief is. So, we'll need to investigate this matter properly. Yes, I beg for justice. My business faces ruination. Rain, want to look into this? Rain's team took on the case of pursuing the burglar that struck Cacleon's shop. The burglar's alleged getaway spot? The northern range is now open for investigation. Yikes. Yeah, but that was definitely Latios or Latios. Like the blue one, I believe that's Latios. I always confuse him for some reason. But yeah, I now have surf. I needed that. I completely forgot to check the last time for choice seeds. I need those. No joy seed, but there's a reviver seed. Oh, who's that over there? Never seen it before. It's not from around these parts. No more. I can't walk anymore. I'm falling down. Goodness, it needs help. Oh, poor little Spinda. But where? It's Rain's house. It's also our rescue team's base. Oh, did you maybe rescue me? Thank you. Haha, it's okay, there's no need for thanks. Other than that, what happened? Yes, I'm named Spinda. I like to travel. I've been traveling all over seeing the sights and other Pokemon. I was on my travels that I heard the rumors of a marriage Pokemon. Mirage Pokemon? Yes, that! Isn't it exciting? Ever since then, I've been traveling all over in hopes of seeing the Mirage Pokemon, but I've had no luck. Finally, I became dizzy from fatigue, and I must have passed out. I'm giving up on my quest. I'm simply worn out. Wait a second. Are you sure you won't regret giving up that easily? But I've reached my physical limit. If I push myself any further, I will collapse again. It's not good for my health. Please, I want you to have this. What is this? It's a Clearwing. Clearwing? Yes. I found it on my travels. It's a wing of some sort. It's transparent, but if you hold it up like this, see? Depending on the life, it takes on many different colors. At first I thought it was just pretty to look at. But after checking around, it appears to be related to the Mirage Pokemon somehow. But I couldn't learn anything beyond that. It's very disappointing, but I'm giving up. Wait, are you okay? You're still unsteady on your feet. Oh no! When I walk, I always totter. Bye! Yeah, that's a spinda thing. Clearwing, huh? I don't have a clue what this is all about. But the Mirage Pokemon does interest you, right? I think Zato is the one to ask for something like this. Zato should be at the peak of the Great Canyon. We should go to the Great Canyon. Yes, that does sound like a lovely trip. Let's change back into our original team configuration. So I can now finally continue with the main storyline. Also, I still have to store stuff. Probably should have done that. He got robbed and... Liar, he said all his TMs were gone. He still has Dig and Flamethrower. Kecleon is a liar. I just remembered something interesting. Grand Canyon might be the only level that's a story required level multiple times. I just realized that, like, Grand Canyon is probably the only level that has that. Because you have to go there the first time, then you have to go there like Hero Prophecy, then you have to go there a second time before you can teleport up to Sky Tower. And now you have to go there again. So like, let's Xatu take a look at a feather. So this might actually be like the most mandatory revisited like stage in the entire game. What kind of item am I holding? I don't want that. have to admit though, it's kind of exciting because I don't think I've ever gotten this far in the post game. I've done Buried Relic before, but I haven't done this. At least not that I remember. I thought I pressed up first. Oh well. I do like Pokemon with the pickup ability, especially in dungeons that don't have many items. You like actually get a chance that they pick up something you need. Did I forget to set Vampy to use moves only? Oh yes, I did. I am very excited about this one. It's been a while since the last time I had like actual storyline progression in this game. Not only progression, like actual storyline. It like doesn't happen too often. Well, one thing's for certain, thanks to Vampy, we're not starving. What is it? Have you reason to see me? Huh? This? This is a clearwing. I see. About the Mirage Pokémon. What is it? That is what you wish to know. The Mirage Pokémon. I know little about it. However, there are Pokémon that live, breed and prosper with the very land. They rage with the eruptions of volcanoes, roar as one with thunder, and race with the north wind. Raikou, Suicune and Entei. Entei embodies volcanoes. Raikou does the thunder. And Suicune is quite often called the Northern Wind. They are said to be shadows of the Mirage Pokémon. To the northwest there lies a large island. An island known as the Three Fields, where there is one such field, the Fiery Field. One of the Pokémon, the Shadow of the Mirage, is there. Go. You must go to the fiery field. The answers you seek, perhaps they await you there. So we now have two options. We can either go thief chasing in the Northern Range, or meet Raikou, Suicune and Entei. These are now the options. Or I can do a couple of mission requests because those are filling up nicely. So the two dungeons I can go to are Fiery Field and Northern Range. Let me see something real quick. Fiery Field is 30 floors long. And you need... And you need to bring Surf with you. So that's one option. And then the Northern Range is... 25 floors. And it doesn't have any special requirements, just go there. So I think I'm gonna go to Northern Range. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start off with the Northern Range. It's not as long as Fire Field, it doesn't have those entry demands, and I can probably blitz through that with Zapdos, seeing as most Pokemon in there are just flying type until you reach like reach Latios. And the Raikou, Suicune, and Entei storyline will loop into the Ho-Oh and Lugia storylines. So I think I'm gonna go to Northern Range first. It's just kind of coincidence that both missions like started at the same time. Normally they don't. This is the fact that like both missions like start at the same time isn't a normal occurrence. It's just because I did things out of order myself. And I just realized I should probably bring Articuno and not Zapdos. Because Articuno is also strong against all flying types. And it's got ice types, and I just remembered that Latios is also a dragon type, so I should bring Articuno. And should I actually bring apples and max elixirs, or should I just bring reviver seeds and just let myself die? I should probably do a little bit of both. I also still need to get Mew at some point. I'm gonna wait with that until I have a much higher rescue team rank. Like, Mew is just annoying to get. So let's change into Articuno. And seeing as the entire dungeon is full of flying types, I'm not bringing Venusaur. I am bringing Typhlosion. See if that works. Pursuit only works if you don't get one-shotted. This is one of my favorite like background songs for Pokemon Mixer Dungeon. On one end, on one it both sounds like friendly and serene, while at the same time being a bit haunting. And I really like that mixture. On one hand, it like sounds like really like friendly and peaceful, and like there isn't too much to worry about. And then at the same time, it also sounds like you've got everything to worry about. That Kecleon must be one of the strongest Pokemon ever. Correction, it is, because if you like try to steal from it, it will like completely total your team. Yeah, sure, Spinnerack, you can join. It's got Poison Sting and 2 times the Fury Swipes. Wow. That's also something I love about Articuno. It's got a room clearing move. Provided it hits, because Powder Snow doesn't have the best accuracy. But when it does hit, it immediately just wrecks everybody. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm having a good Sunday. I hope you're having one too. And yes, powder snow is good, so is heatwave. They just have one problem. Their accuracy is piss poor. Which I understand why, but... yeah, I understand why they made them like have like pretty awful accuracy, but... when it does hit, it hits hard. So, I've actually gotten to the point in the game that even I don't know what's gonna happen. Yes! It really wrecks your run, and it's especially harsh. Well, the accuracy, it's one of those moves, it only has bad accuracy when you try to use it. Not when your opponent uses it. It's one of those Pokemon moves. It's only shit when you use it. Otherwise, it's great. Yeah. It's like the same as in like the main series games where people always say if a move has like 80% chance of hitting, you're not gonna hit it. It's the player seems to be slightly more out of luck with its moves than the opponents when it comes down to actually hitting them. Yeah. So, Power Snow is one of those. But I finally made it to the part of the game. Yeah, Silver Wind. If Beautyfly uses it, your team is wrecked. If you use it, half the monster house survives. It's one of those. Oh, I'm already out of Gust. But I guess that's fair because they're all very powerful moves that can clear entire rooms and like if utilized correctly can like two-shot legendaries. So I can understand. Yeah. Oh, you're stuck in auto range. Yeah. Bring Reviver Seeds. Also, basically all Pokemon in this dungeon are flying type. So if you have an Articuno, it should make short work of it. And then Articuno is also very useful seeing as the final boss is a dragon type of this dungeon, so... I've come a bit more prepared. But I have to say though, this is like the part of the game in which I even don't know fully what to expect anymore because I never got this far. Yeah, I'll get through just fine. I also have like a couple of Reviver Seeds, like 3 on this screen and like, I've got like 5 Reviver Seeds. Far too many Max Elixirs because I only brought 5 Max Elixirs. And then the first couple of floors the game just kept giving me Max Elixirs. And then I have an Articuno. I mean, I should be fine. It's a good thing Articuno is such a powerful Pokemon. But the dungeons, I have like 2 storyline dungeons I have unlocked, like Northern Range. And I have the one unlocked for Raiku's for Entei. That one scares me. Because Entei's dungeon is extremely difficult. It's got some very strong Pokemon. And it's all fire types, and I just have no water types. I have a level 14 Azumarill. So if I want to beat Entei's dungeon, I have to go out and get Kyogre. I just have to. But for this one, yeah, Articuno will work. Yeah, I know, Vulpix are a bit trolly. They're still my favorite Pokemon. I still want one in my team. But they have some really annoying movesets. Oh, that's nice of the game. It's now snowing in the level, which gives me... Oh no. That speeds up Articuno. Let's quickly change back to to Typhlosion. Like, Articuno is very happy about the fact it's snowing. It also boosts its attack. Also, what move do I have selected with Typhlosion? Yeah, I can keep it on Flame Wheel. Yeah, it now just got a buff. Articuno not. The only problem was that Articuno, because of the typing, if Articuno in your rematch starts off with Powder Snow, you've lost. That's basically everything. But if it doesn't, if you have like a Typhlosion or a Charizard, you can probably two-shot it. Also, I find that Articuno is, out of all the three, the legendary bird Pokemon is the most... That genuinely just joins the easiest. I have no idea why. But that's just my experience with it. But I have the birds completed, so... all of them aren't that big of a hassle. The only thing you need to take into consideration is the fact that they all take up 4... they're all a sized 4. So... they do take up quite a bit of space on your rescue rank team. That's the only thing you should take into consideration, that your team shouldn't be too full before you beat them. No, in my opinion it isn't, but your experience may vary depending on like which Pokemon you have access to, which ones are your starters. For instance, for me they were all kind of brutal because my starter is a Venusaur. So they all have pack. So they all have pack. Well, actually, Articuno, I believe, is... yeah, the 3 legendary birds are all size 4. And I believe you can only have like... your total party size can only be 6. So... you can have one of the legendary birds, and then you can have like 2... two regularly sized Pokemon. But yeah, a lot of people don't know about team size, and a lot of people also don't know that certain Pokemon have a larger size. For instance, Onix and Steelix are also a size 4. But if you go in with like both your starters, you shouldn't exceed the size maximum and should still be able to join. And then you also have to be... yeah, those ladders that Piloper drops off, A lot of people ignore him, but they really have a lot of like very good advice. Yeah. That's the thing about those pineapple letters. They basically tell you advanced mechanics of the game. And most players that I know have never read them. Because everybody just kind of ignores Pineapple's letters. Even though they like for the early game tell you like which moves to link to get stronger. They also give you that option for later in the game. That just tells you which moves are good to link in post game. For certain Pokemon, those letters tell you how to evolve them. Like some of the more obscure ones, like a Kadabra to Alakazam needing intelligence to evolve. Those are all like listed in the letters Pileup gives you, and like the party size thing, and like yeah, Pileup's letters are important. They're effectively tutorials. And seeing as I'm playing on the original game, I can tell you one thing. Most of these things are also not discussed in the actual manuals. Like, the manual does not discuss these things. It's just kind of cheap. Like, the actual manual does not tell you party size is a thing. It does not tell you that join ratios are partially determined by the level of the Pokemon you're playing as and your rescue team rank. It doesn't tell you that some Pokemon just can't join. And those are all things you should actually know about, and like... This is my original copy of the game. I'm not on emulator, I'm playing this on my old Nintendo GameCube. My parents back in the day got me a Game Boy player for my GameCube for in case my Game Boy would ever break, and in that case I could still play the games on my GameCube. So I just attached a capture card to it. But yeah, from all of the games I've ever bought, if they were physical copies, I still have the original boxes and I still have the manuals and everything. I like always kept those. So, yeah. I basically still have the manuals, I still have the original boxes. I've first like quite a lot of games still have like the little plastic bag that your cartridge came in. Yeah, well, but back in the day you have to remember, like nowadays if you want like a Game Boy player, it's very expensive. But my parents got me a new one for like 40 euros back in the day because the Wii had been released and like they were kind of clearing out all the older GameCube stuff. And then combined with the fact that I take really good care of like my stuff, it just makes sure that like it still is in existence. I also still have like much older consoles also still functional. For instance, I also still have my old Super Nintendo that I got for my birthday. That also just still works. And I'm very happy that I like always held on to like my older consoles. I like never got rid of them. Always like looked after them. I've actually sent consoles for repairs before, so... And then the games, like... All my games, except for like a very few really old ones, are still fully functional. The only games that are starting to like show issues are my Game Boy games, my Game Boy Color games, and like one of my Super Nintendo games. But that's understandable, especially seeing as That Super Nintendo game that's showing issues, that game is older than I am. Did I just get one-shotted by a Togetic? Yes, I just did. Good to know. It's kind of funny to think because I have games and consoles that are actually older than I am. And they're still fully functional. Oh no, that GBA game has, no, this GBA game has never seen maintenance. Like, I have 2 Game Boy Color games and a Game Boy Advance game that have issues. But I believe for those, it's indeed the internal battery. And like, same goes for the Super Nintendo game. But what's to be expected, like, that Super Nintendo I have got is from the original European release of the console, which was in 1992, making it also older than I am. But yeah, I do have to do like a round of like battery replacements soon. Especially seeing as one of those games that doesn't work that great anymore is quite expensive to replace nowadays because it's a Pokémon game. My original copy of Pokémon, like Pokémon Silver, doesn't really work anymore, and all Pokémon games are just ridiculously expensive to replace. Even like the really old ones. Oh yeah, Pokemon have gotten really strong. I think that after I'm done with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I am... Yeah, it's like one of the things I like really maintain is like the consoles and the games. Also, do not spam links to buy followers in my chat, it gets you automatically banned. I don't know why people still spam links in other people's chat. Especially seeing as they're always for like buying subscribers, which is illegal anyway. Also, it's not the way how I want to get a lot of subscribers. If it's fated for me to become a famous Twitch streamer, then that just has to happen on its own. No, I'd rather not Twitch. But yeah, I now know I have to watch out for Togedics. They can one-shot me. And I think that after I'm done streaming Mystery Dungeon, provided I finish streaming that within the year, I think the next console I'll be streaming off is gonna be my Super Nintendo. Seeing as I've had that. But that's the thing, it's not bot accounts anymore. People will genuinely make like 50 accounts themselves to like spam links. That's the problem, they're not bots anymore. They're actual human beings that are doing this. And they're like entire companies that whose sole purpose it is to do that. It's like another company that does that. Which might actually even be worse, like a bot, like, that's okay with me, that like, I can forgive that to a certain extent because it's just a bot, but nowadays they're like actual humans that do this, that get paid to spam links. Which makes it a bit more difficult for Twitch. But yet at the same time, like, banning somebody, it's like 10 seconds of work. Yeah, but just the fact they're they're not bots anymore. Like, bot accounts can be traced nowadays, but these are actual humans that get paid to do so. So that's significantly more annoying. But well, my plan is, like, after I'm done with this game is I am gonna stream my Super Nintendo then, because I still haven't finished the release game that it came with. I've had my Super Nintendo ever since I was 7, and I have never finished Super Mario World. I've never finished it, so it's about high time I'm gonna get to that. I also still have a Nintendo 64, like, stop to think of it, I have far too many consoles. I have a Super Nintendo, I have a Nintendo 64, I have a GameCube, I have a Wii. Well, I have played it, it's just I'm absolutely awful at the game and I've never finished it. Which is kind of weird, because at this point it's like available on Switch if you have a Nintendo subscription. But I am happy that I still have like all the original consoles. Like, there is a certain charm to having like everything on console and not on emulator. Also, emulators, like, the legality is still being argued about. Where I live, it is legal. But that's because you are, if you have like a data carrier, like a CD or a game, you are permitted to have like one copy of it for private usage. So for instance, if you have a CD, it is fully legal to like make a copy and have like one in your home and like the copy in your car. Same goes for games. So in my country, it would be legal to play a ROM of a game that I already own. But in some countries, it just isn't. Also, where's the fun in that? Like, playing a game like this with a keyboard. It's far more fun to sit here with like my old GameCube controller. Yeah, and then I'm lucky. I also have like a capture card. I don't have to mod anything. And something else that is like amazing and like often overlooked with like streaming older consoles is also my computer is a potato. But it will do this at 30 frames a second because the source material just like the game I'm playing just isn't that demanding on the stream. That's one of the advantages of streaming actual hardware is your computer can be a potato. All it has to do is run OBS. Which, like, most PCs can run no matter how bad they are. Also, yeah, next floor is gonna be, I'm already at the end of the dungeon. I can hook my Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube and Wii and PlayStation 2 all to the same capture card. Because it's one of those old-fashioned ones that I believe is actually made to like record your old VHS tapes. But I can just use it for basically all my consoles. The only console that doesn't work on it is my PlayStation. Because that's the only console I have that requires an HDMI. And we're at the boss. It went that easy. I have an awful lot of reviver seeds left. Oh, who are you? I see, you're trying to get your TMs back. But nobody can stop me. I am the Eon Pokémon Latias. If you really want your TMs back, you'll have to take them from me. Latios, darling, you are aware though that you are a dragon type. So that was Latios. That was the boss. That's why I brought Articuno. Please, please let me go. I have to go. There is somewhere that I have to go. If I don't hurry. My little sister. Yeah. Articuno, kinda overpowered. Look, he's waking up. Where? This is Pokemon Square. You fainted in the Northern Range, so you were brought back here. You! How dare you steal my fine selection of quality merchandise? You better be prepared for harsh justice. Now wait, there must be a good reason for this. You should at least hear that. That's right, I have to get my sister. Ugh, this wound. You're injured. You can't fly for now. Tell me, how do you justify what you've done? I have a younger sister. Her name is Latias. Latias crashed somewhere in the Pitfall Valley. What? The Pitfall Valley? What is that? What is the Pitfall Valley? It is near the Northern Range. They say anyone so unlucky to fall into the Pitfall Valley will never again emerge. Latias and I were flying over the Northern Range, when suddenly what appeared to be a meteorite struck Latias in the wing. Her wing shattered by the blow. Latias tumbled down into the depths of the Pitfall Valley. A meteorite? Rain. Do you think maybe that's a chunk of the blown up meteor? I went to the Pitfall Valley in hopes of rescuing my sister, but I made little headway. I wasn't up to the task. So that drove you to steal technical machines? Yes. I intended to make amends after I saved my sister. But that doesn't mean I can get away with thievery. I was wrong and I am sorry. Oh my. It's not a problem at all. For a reason so compelling, it can't be helped. However, even if you were to plumb the depths of Pitfall Valley, what would you do then? The nether regions of the Pitfall Valley are a void. You will wander forever, never falling. Nor living. What then? So much time has passed since my sister crashed. Latias hasn't been able to climb out of the depths. She is all alone down there. Even if I end up like her, unable to escape, two would be better than one. Latias wouldn't have to be so alone. How foolish. You'd think Latias wishes for that. But it's a place you can't escape, isn't it? I don't see how we could do a rescue in a place like that. No. There is but one possible way. You can? How? You already have the means in your possession. The teleport gem. Use that. The teleport gem? The one we used to get up to the sky where Rayquaza lives? But it got broken in the falling star's explosion. While it is unlikely to carry you to the sky again, it should be able to carry you a shorter distance. If you were to use the teleport gem from deep within the Pitfall Valley. That's it. If we did that, we could escape with Latias. Rain, this is a rescue that only we can do. Let's go rescue Latias. Yeah, not too excited about that one. Because I believe Pitfall Valley is quite a long dungeon. Let's see. Oh no, it's only... I can do that. Same recipe as just now. 25 floors and most opponents are flying types. So my current team will do. And then I believe afterwards both Latios and Latios just automatically join your team. Provided you have their friend area, which I have. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how quickly that went. Let's take out Typhlosion again. Like, a dungeon full of flying types is not a place for a Venusaur. But this should be... Yeah, I already have the friend area. Latios is already listed. I still have 14 more minutes until I have to end the stream. I can... You know what? I'm just gonna give it one go at Pitfall Valley. Just see how far I get. If I beat it, I beat it. If I don't, then I don't. So either beating Pitfall Valley or losing to it is gonna be the end of the stream. Seeing as it's exactly the same recipe, I would like some more Reviver Seeds. I think I should be able to just beat it. It's only 25 force, it only has flying types. So that should be more than doable. Yeah, the power of Articuno. It's also like by far the strongest of the 3 legendary birds. Like, when you get it, I believe it's level 55. Let's see how strong is it. Yeah, it's level 55. So it just wrecks everything in its path. And again, like Pitfall Valley also only has, basically only has like flying types as opposition. Yes, I have Zapdos, Moltres and Articuno complete. Wait. I have them fluttering about. That's... Here is Moltres. And there is Zapdos. It's the only friend area I have completed and it's usually the easiest one to complete. Ah, new dungeon scenery. Haven't seen this. Yeah, but recruiting the 3 legendary birds Pokemon should be the easiest of all the legendaries. And like Kyogre tends to join rather quickly as well. Those are the easiest ones. Rayquaza and Groudon are the most difficult ones together with Mew. Rayquaza and Groudon... No, this BGM has been used. I believe this is the BGM that also is played in Frosty Forest. Yeah, no, that's okay. It's just I'm a massive nerd when it concerns this game. It's just, yeah, I know these things. Seeing as this is like I'm gonna take a guess that I am gonna get scenery changes in this one as well. Seeing as Alakazam mentioned that the bottom of it is like a void, I am gonna imagine that it's gonna like at some point closely resemble like a bit more of a horror setting. It's got to. Yeah, I'm wondering that too, because I have to admit, this is the part of the game I've never played. Like, I'm actually at the part of the game in which even I don't know what's gonna happen. The only thing I know for certain is that I did some things out of order because this storyline should not have unlocked together with the storyline concerning the 3 legendary dogs. Yeah, the only thing I know beyond this point is I know I can get fire stones in Fiery Field. And that's about it. Yeah, actually there is. Some of the storyline is actually linked to you finding certain HMs in Solar Cave. For instance, if you only find Surf, then you get access to like the Latios and Latias storyline, but you need both Surf and Waterfall to get access to the Raikou, Suicune and Entei storyline. But I kinda got Waterfall first, so it just unlocked 2 storylines in one go. And Articuno just became more overpowered. And yes, you do need the relevant friend areas. But that's not a problem for me, seeing as I have all friend areas in the game that aren't given to you directly by the Pokemon that need them. Yeah, I've gone out of my way to get all friend areas. That includes the 4 areas that are exclusive to rescue missions. A lot of people don't know that, but there are 4 friend areas that are just exclusive to doing rescue missions. You can only get those as a reward. And then there are like a handful that you can only get because of certain bosses. For instance, the only way to get Absol's friend area is to get Absol to join you. So if you are at that point in the storyline and you're actually saying, no, we don't need your help, you won't get that friend area. But yeah. I'm first gonna do this one because this one is, if everything is correctly, it's... Well, it should just be rescuing Latias. And then, like, next stream I'll, like, perhaps make an attempt at Entei and, like, at Entei's dungeon, because That's a 35 floor dungeon without a save point in the middle. Yeah, it does, but I'm really considering just getting Kyogre for Entei's dungeon first. I mean, I have that option, why not first, like, get Kyogre? And yes, the dungeon is looking slightly more pit-like now. Also different story music. Yeah, have a good dinner. I hope it's something tasty, and I hope so too that this dungeon goes a bit smoothly. And take care of yourself. Thanks for thanks for coming by. I really do hope that I'm gonna make it through this dungeon. It is looking a bit more pit-like. Also, I believe Magma Cavern background. Yeah, I believe it's Magma Cavern's background music. I really hope I can save Latias. Oh. Wrong move. I should be able to do this. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take a free max elixir. I also still have this highly annoying cough that isn't COVID, that doesn't want to piss off. It's starting to annoy me. Yeah. It's almost 2 o'clock, but I'm gonna continue until I've rescued Latias or died trying. That sounds like a good plan. Rescue Latias or die trying. That should be a good thing to do. I mean, I only have like 11 floors left, so... I'm already far over half. 10 more floors. Nine. Yeah, this will work. The game did transform all of my apples into Grimer food. But what I can do with that is, it will still restore your belly the same as it will, let's say, a regular apple. So what I can do is, for instance here, just yeah, because it usually can either immobilize or poison you, but yeah. It doesn't flat out kill you, so... I now have like nearly full belly again, so I'll make the end of the dungeon with that. And if I don't, standing in place so long that you'll just die from hunger anyway is also still an option. I mean, I've utilized that technique before. Just stand in place until you faint, use a reviver seed, get all your PP back, get your stomach filled up again. Yeah, you rigged it up. You woke it up and pissed it off, Typlosion. You better deal with it. That's not good. You're right though, I should be basically at the end of the dungeon. Oh. So, floor 18. I really do hope though that this dungeon gets nice and creepy at some point. Okay, so I have 3 more attacks. Like, I really hope so. That like really seems to if you go like deep and like to this deep and dark and like awful place. So, 1 more gust left, and I have to make the switch, unfortunately, to powder snow. Not unfortunately, it's a very powerful attack. I didn't mean to use it. Powder snow is fun. If it's near Articuno, it dies. That's one powerful Ladia. Lady Ba. Yeah, it does have a B in there. Yeah, almost there. Floor 19. I'll just take a max elixir now. I mean, I brought that many max elixirs for a reason. I'd rather over prepare for a dungeon and just like come back out of it with like half my stuff still present than under prepare. Especially seeing like dungeons at this point are getting really tough. Also, what ability does Articuno have? Oh no, pressure. Good. One thing is though, by the logic of never being able to get out of this dungeon, does that mean that all the Pokemon that live here are like, either they fell in, or the descendants of Pokemon that fell in back in the day? Oh, that must be miserable. That must be miserable because that means that all Pokemon that live here are either like descendants from Pokemon that fell in back in the day, or like fell in themselves. That's kind of awful if you think about it. Like, nothing can escape it. Except for like the odd thing that knows like teleport or like has a teleport gem that like my party has. I mean, that must be awful. Yeah, I don't care about that. And also, I don't understand why Pokemon can't get out of it. I mean, it's a 25 floor dungeon. They had no issues getting in and out of Magma Cavern, which is all in total 35 floors. So why is this dungeon such a problem? I mean, it's not that big. 20 floor. 20, 20 floor? No, floor 24. Floor. No, that's it then. Did it say 25 or 35? No, it says 25 online. Oh no, so it's 25 floors and then... And then like, so after this floor, I'm most likely just gonna get a cutscene with like Latias. Nope. I don't want to switch. I just want to continue. Yeah. You are? Did you maybe come to save me? Yes, I'll be fine. My wing is still damaged a little, but I can go. Latias! Latios! You're safe. This is incredible. I'm sorry. I've caused you so much worry. Oh, this is great. It's so touching. My sister's safe. All thanks to you. To be honest, I came close to giving up. But we're back together again. It's happiness beyond words. We owe you so much gratitude. Thank you. It's okay, really. When you put it that way, it's even a little embarrassing. However, we have no money or any other way of repaying your kindness. So it's the least we can do. May we join your rescue team? Huh? We would like to join Team Greenfire and help with your rescue work. Would that work? Would you be willing to accept us on your rescue team? Rain, what should we do? Do we let Latios and Latias join? Yes, absolutely. Don, you're our fellow members from now on. Great to have you. Thanks for having us. Delighted to join. And thus, Team Greenfire was joined by Latios and Latias. No, I'm happy with your default names. Yes, I would very much like to save my adventure. Let's store items. Oh no, let's first see. Can I get a... Oh. Can I sell off some useless stuff? Nah, I'll just store everything useless, everything useful, and then like... I want to keep my max elixirs. I want to keep those. Yeah, and everything else I don't mind selling. I can buy back a Max Elix and a Revival Seed. Which is... That's always nice to get a new one. And now I'm gonna go and visit Latios and Latias just to see how they're doing. Let's see. And there they are. Latios and Latias. Just being there, just being adorable. Then I now have some changing of Pokemon leaders to do. Seeing as next time I am gonna go to Stormy Seas again. And I'm gonna see if I can get Kyogre to join. Because I think I'm gonna need that Pokemon for Fiery Fields. So that's it for today's stream. I hope everybody had a good time. A lot has been achieved when it comes out to storyline. 2 new legendaries. And yeah, next stream is either Wednesday or Friday. Wednesday perhaps, depends on if I have to work or not. I have an employer that like basically notifies people a bit on the late side, but like perhaps Wednesday, definitely Friday. And then I'm gonna give Stormy Seas a couple of rounds. See if I can get Kyogre to join, and then if Kyogre joins, I'm gonna give Fiery Fields a go. 35 floors with Entei at the end, so that should be great. So yeah, thank you all very much for coming. I hope you had a good time, and see you next time. Bye!